At On a Divine Note, we explore a wide range of topics that nourish the soul and body.
From healing and wellness to relationships and spirituality, we dive into the mind, self-care, trauma, love, and so much more.
Join us as we create a space for growth, connection, and holistic well-being. Welcome to On a Divine Note.
Hello and welcome back to On a Divine Note. Today we are joined by Erica Hamlett. Erica is a trailblazing advocate, healer, and community leader whose work is deeply rooted in lived experience. Over 30 years ago, as a teenage mother and the child of addicted parents, she began her own journey of recovery. Today, she is the founder of the S.O.A.P, Thriving, Healing, Empowering Seeds of Addicted Parents, a T.H.E certified community health worker, Baltimore's first female hospital violence responder, and the city's first mobile career navigator for the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. She also stands as a vocal advocate against police brutality and excessive force, nationally recognized and featured in both the More Than Conquerors Monument and the Baltimore Museum of Art. Erica co-founded Mindful Pivots, a behavioral health clinic supporting families in recovery. Through the S.O.A.P, she provides healing spaces, education, and peer support for both youth and families impacted by parental substance use. Erica is a mother, daughter, grandmother, and living proof alongside her own mother, now 33 years in recovery, that healing is possible and legacies can be rewritten. Let's go ahead and welcome Erica Hamlett.
Wow. Wow, that was a beautiful.
Man, you got some accolades.
Yes.
Accolades, girl. I said, look, let me look. What else she do?
Right.
Go down.
Hey, go down the
And I better get it
I
right.
don't do that often. When she asks, I'm like, Abaya. Oh my. Okay.
Right.
Here we go.
Here we
Right.
go.
You've done so
Here
much.
we go.
Yes.
This is such a beautiful thing.
Very
Thank
impressive.
you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So we always start an episode with a mental check-in.
Yes. You
Nai's
can't.
gonna get
Yeah.
she's gonna get
Cue that.
something special for us.
All right, ready?
Mental
check-in. I had to let Naya do the bell, right?
Yes. I'm real serious about my bell, Erica. I'm playing by my bell.
Let's bring it in. Bring it in. Okay.
It's something that we do with like peaceful healing.
Yes.
It's always like mental check-in, and my mom, she'll do the little ding dong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We need a bell.
We
Yes,
do.
yes.
We
need
do.
a bell.
Yeah.
We do.
You know.
We got the
But
bell.
We can get
We
it.
got to stop playing.
we gotta
Yeah.
stop playing around.
Yeah.
But anyway, how are y'all feeling mentally? Who wants to go first?
You want to go first?
I can go
Erica want to go first? Who want to go first?
No, you.
You say
Don't
you
want to
know
figure I can go first. I'll go
Okay.
first. Mentally, I feel very happy. I feel blessed. I feel
Yes.
present. Like, I just feel super blessed.
I love that.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Love
That's
it.
beautiful.
Love it.
I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna pass it to Shira.
Mentally, I'm feeling really good mentally. Really excited, happy,
Yes.
blessed.
Yes.
Like
What she
everything's
supposed
blessings is falling in my lap.
Yes.
Just feeling like really happy
Mhm.
and loved, honestly.
Yeah.
And like
Mm.
super loved by God. Like the things that are happening in
Mhm.
my life is just like, boom, okay, I love you, baby. Let me just
Yes.
sprinkle it on me.
Yes.
I feel
That's
really
beautiful.
happy.
I love it. I love it.
That is a beautiful
All
thing.
right, Erica, I ain't gonna put you. I'ma do Rabia.
Oh, because
Oh,
Erica
Robbie.
the gas. Okay.
Okay.
I'm let her go.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Honestly, mentally, I have been in a place where I'm watching, like you say, all the blessings that is actually coming my way, but I'm also learning a lot. I've been learning a lot about myself, about others, I just been in a place of just learning.
Yeah.
I
And
love that.
and when you learn it, you have to be still because
Yeah.
and being able to listen. So I've been in a lot. I've been in a meditative state.
Love.
So that's where I'm at.
I love that.
That's
And
beautiful.
Yeah.
well, I tell you,
Meditative.
you
Yeah.
got to be in that meditative state because
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of answers there.
Yes.
So
Still.
Yeah.
have to be still. Yes. So
Mhm.
passing it on to Erica.
Passing it on to me. So, actually, this year has been like a whirlwind. But today, I actually feel good, better than I expected. And I said this morning, I did a short video this morning. I was like, today's going to be a good day. Today is my best friend's birthday, who passed in July.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's his birthday today. And when you changed the date to the 21st, I was like, oh, no, I'm not.
Absolutely not.
Because I've always set
Yeah.
myself up to have a horrible day.
Oh.
But
See, I
I'm
love that.
like, he did this on purpose. So today I've just been very intentional. And even though life is like a roller coaster, like, you know, you go to the amusement park because you're excited. And then when you get on a roller coaster, you get that feeling. So you can't separate the good excited from the bad excited. And that's kind of where I am. Bad things are always going to happen, but then those good things happen and you have to sit in that moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
today I just feel really good. I miss him terribly
Yeah.
because I want to call him and tell him about today, but
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Wow.
You
Wow.
still tell him.
I love
Give him a
that.
call and you still
Oh, I
tell
told him
Yes.
this morning. I was like, hey, best friend, we got something to do today.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
That is
Wow.
actually really, really beautiful.
Man.
Wow.
I am going to chime in, and we're going to do an icebreaker.
Dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Our icebreaker today is what's one scent, song, or snack that reminds you of comfort? Could y'all think of one scent,
Scent. What is it? Scent.
Scent,
Song?
or snack?
snack?
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds you of that comfort, that comfortable place.
Dang.
You know what? I'm gonna say a couple of things. Back in the day, my mom used to make. We used to eat like steamed shrimp. I know that sounds weird, but she used to like steam shrimp, and it'd just be like a snack for us. Mom used to chef. Like she used to make like.
She's
Oh,
so
she gets it
funny.
honest.
Back in the
Right.
day, like when we used to eat steak with the baked potato and like the shrimp on side, like you know.
Ooh.
Oh, you
So-
a foodie.
Our
Yeah, she is a
snack-
very food.
Oh,
Oh my God.
So our snack was steamed shrimp. Mommy made steamed shrimp. She put the Obey seasoning and stuff like that. So that's like one of the foods. Like if I'm doing that, I'm like, I remember this. Like, at
Yes.
the table.
Yes.
And then outside of that, the Cheetah Girls.
Oh yeah.
Cheetah Girls.
Oh,
Yes. 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 Yes.
Like my whole room was Cheetah Girls. I had the Cheetah Girl karaoke machine.
Yes.
My sheets were a cheetah.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
everything. So that brings me back to Florida, Tampa, Florida.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
Memories. Really.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Dang.
Anybody else?
I'm going to go.
Okay.
Okay.
So, comfort for me, snacks. I love snacks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Snacks. Potato chips and candy bars.
Mhm.
Okay.
You eat them together.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And chocolate chip cookies.
Oh wow.
Your grandmother used to make the best chocolate chip cookies ever.
Yeah.
If they are warm, oh my God, that's one of my weaknesses.
Oh,
And
wow.
music is, for me, gospel music. My grandmother always played gospel music. So, like, when I want to be up, when I just feel like I need a pick me up, when I feel like something's not going right, gospel music always just makes you feel like you're in that space. You're right back
Yeah.
in your grandmother's presence. She's singing, cooking, cleaning up, just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a beautiful place.
Wow.
Wow. It's so funny that you still remember this woman's cookies.
And that's just so
That's-
beautiful
It was-
to
that's-
hear.
Yeah.
She have no clue that people would have loved her
Mm.
cookies like that after all these years.
Still remembering them today.
What?
It's been
I want
years.
some.
Right.
They get on social media and talk about it was just a random post popped up about your mom. It was like Miss
Was
Delp's
it?
cookies.
Yeah,
Like,
I seen that. I
What?
seen
and
something
bean
like that.
pies.
Yep, bean pies. Daddy used to do the bean pies. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, that is beautiful though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would say for me, I have one thing it is songs for me. I get so amped up. I've been listening to these 2 new songs. I just sent it to the whole world. Um, and it's this song. I want to say her name is Emily Day. And she heard the song is, I forget what the song is. She says a whole lot, but I don't really know the name of the song, but it's at I never felt like this. So she's basically speaking about not even seeing it, with her own eyes or touching it with her, well, by touch, but she just know it's there. It's just like a beautiful feeling.
Mhm.
And then Mary, Mary, I love when that with that song, that got me up.
Can't
for a
give up
minute.
now.
Can't give up now.
now.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I will sing, and I get so excited,
Mm-hmm.
and I be pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's a good one.
it is
That
so
is
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it comes down to smell, I love the way like when I'm getting ready to get my massages and that spa smell. It's just like the aromatherapy. It's just
Mm.
it's comfort for me, and I just and then the fresh air. Like I love fresh air.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things that's
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
My grandbabies, everything is just so comfortable watching movies with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Right?
They the only ones I can take a nap with.
Right.
I can't take a nap unless I lay with my grandkids.
It's just so good to say, oh my, and they your world. It's different.
Yeah.
So
That is so beautiful.
That's
yes.
yeah.
What about you, Miss Naj?
Let me see. Okay, so I have a few things that I was thinking about. So one would be it's a candy, peanut chews.
Ooh.
Oh.
Peanut chews. So my grandmother loved peanut chews. That was her favorite snack. And so this gas station near me, the guy always randomly just gives me a free peanut chew. And so I always think that it's like her.
Oh.
So I always grab and I eat it. So I'm eating like 3 peanut chews a week. And I don't eat candy, but I'm like, I got you, mama. I got you. So that brings me so much. Peanut chews just like makes me feel so good. And like I think about her. And then a breakfast sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich with jelly, egg, bacon. Yes,
She over here
granddad. That would be granddad. We would go to the Lexington market before he would have his meetings and stuff, and we would get a breakfast sandwich. So anytime I make a breakfast sandwich, I gotta have the jelly and the scrambled eggs and the bacon and the toasted bread. Like, yeah. Yeah, so that makes me feel really good.
So nice.
Yeah.
Great memory.
Yeah.
That's a good memory.
And let me see, song, smells, or movies. Cheetah Girls is one of them for me, but also Bring It On. Like all of the Bring It On stuff. I just want to feel good. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch all the Bring It Ons. I'm going to watch like 13 Going on 30, Sleepover. Like I'm a chick flick type girl. So that always feels so nostalgic and just like really, really good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I love that.
All right, it's on me, I think. Okay, so Erica, we're gonna get into your questions. So starting with childhood and life story, let's start with where were you born and raised, and what was life like in your community?
So, I was born and raised in South Baltimore, Cherry Hill. And life for me was, I thought it was great until I grew up and realized it might not have been so damn great. But it was that I really didn't know part. So we lived in the projects. I didn't know we lived in the projects.
Right. Wow.
I didn't know we lived in the projects. Like, our lights were always on because we lived in the projects. And we didn't have rats and we lived in the projects. We could go knock on our neighbor's door and get milk and eggs and run in and out of each other's houses. So like, my childhood was a lot of community and like what people quote unquote call the village now. That's what it was like. Like, we all took care of each other. We all knew who each other were. And even during the times where my mother's drug addiction was really bad and I don't think people knew, it wasn't, they needed to ask questions about why I was here all the time. And I was just always welcome. And then I was the only child, right? So everybody else on our row had siblings.
Okay.
So we had these big pantries, and I had a dollhouse in the pantry, and that's where all my toys were. So the whole neighborhood used to come over my house and play dolls.
I was
Oh,
one.
Wow.
I was one.
Oh.
The best toys.
What? Oh.
And then my grandmother lived up the hill, so we would walk to my grandmother's house and my aunt's house. So Cherry Hill was a real sense of community for us. We could walk anywhere we needed to be, and then your block in your community was really your home, not just your house, but everybody in your neighborhood was really your family.
Wow.
So I didn't realize, again, like I said, until later on in life that I was missing some things. I knew things weren't right, but you could kind of escape at somebody else's house. And even if things at their house weren't right, we as kids, we just made life grand.
Right.
We lived on out back was a big hill. And we used to slide on the hill when it snowed. All we needed was a plastic bag or a game board.
On a box.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Oh
Put your
my
socks on.
God.
We'd be outside all day. So like,
Y'all have
yeah,
fun.
we didn't need much. We had each other.
Yeah.
And we didn't know. I don't think we really knew whatever it was that was going on. We really didn't understand it that much because we made the best out of what we had. Now looking back, you like, dang, that probably was a little messed up.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know at the time being a kid. And, like, it's just being a kid, having fun. Wow. And then what kind of kid were you? Were you like a dreamer, the helper, the observer, introvert?
I was fearless in a way because I kind of knew things were different for us, for me, and I was determined that it wasn't going to stay that way for me. So there were things that I may not have spoken about, but I was trying to figure out how to fix it or make it different because I was like, yeah, this is not right. It just don't feel right. And we watch TV, but it's nothing like what we're exposed to now. So you could only go off your gut. And if my gut was telling me, even though this is what's going on or it's supposed to be the norm or this is like a tradition, this is what everybody else is doing, I don't want to do that.
Right.
And I'm not going to be able to do it.
Right.
So I didn't do a lot of sneaking. I would just go ahead and do stuff. And like, if I was going to get in trouble and get a beating, I'm like, it's over with. Because I'm going to do that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And vocal. I've always been vocal. Like if I thought about something, like I'm gonna ask some questions and I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
And very observant. I would just watch things. I learned a lot by just watching things. And now I call it inquisitive, but I was real nosy. And I could read lips real good. So it was a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have known that I knew.
That you knew. Wow.
Yeah. And I used it to my advantage later on in life because like I said, my gut was all you really had to go off of because you really didn't know rich people and stuff like that. But I'm like, yeah, this just don't feel right. And that's not where I want to stay.
Do you remember around how old you were when you started thinking like that?
So I got pregnant at 15. So it was before that. It probably was preteen years that I just felt like, yeah, this is okay, but this is not where I want to stay.
Yeah.
My dad was in and out, but we always like my grandmother's house. We went to my grandmother's house every Christmas Eve and had big family celebrations and things like that. Typical. Some families drink, some don't. But like I said, it was just picking up on hints of things like, this is beautiful traditions, but I'm going to have to do something different.
Right.
And I don't know what that different is because you just keep being force-fed the norm.
Right.
It's like repetition over and over again.
Right.
Church, you get up and you go to church on Sunday, and then even if you feel like, this is not right, this is not what I want to do, but it's what we do, so you just go along with it.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I had to be preteen age when I realized, like, yeah, this is not the. It's cool. I want to grow this loving feeling that I feel, but it's still something missing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing being so young that you were able to pinpoint, like, I don't know exactly what is wrong,
Yeah.
but I feel
Right.
intuitively that something
Right.
isn't right, and I know that I'm gonna push past this whenever that may be.
Yep.
So I
Right.
think that's beautiful. Who was your biggest influence growing up?
I'm gonna say my grandmother, but then my grandparents.
Mm.
So my mom and dad's, both of their parents were married and stayed married all my life until they both passed. And my father's parents, they used to live out the back from my mother on Veronica Avenue. So they all kind of grew up together. And then my father and his siblings moved in town. Right? So then that's where we all ended up all the time. And my grandparents, how they did it now, because I only got a couple grandkids and I don't know how they did it, but we were all together. Trips, vacations, get-togethers. It was really intentional for us all to be together. Whether your parents there or not, because my dad was in and out, all our dads in and out.
Right.
But it was very intentional for us to be there. So for our grandparents to always make sure that was happening, I paid very close attention to that. And then the same for my mom's mom. We always went on vacation. How we went on vacation, we packed our own food. We went to Disney World. We had a cooler. We ate in the room.
Yeah.
We ate breakfast in the room.
Yeah.
We packed the snack.
Yeah.
You would eat lunch, and then we could go out and eat dinner. That's how to.
Yeah.
So
And
now
that's
on
how
our
we gotta do
vacation,
now.
that's
Right.
exactly what I do
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
That's
fact
better.
that they made sure we had experiences, that we were always together,
Yeah.
I love that.
that no matter what was going on, there was family time carved out for us.
Yes.
My grandparents were very, very influential because I do a lot of things that my grandparents did.
Wow.
I do them now.
Oh,
Yes.
And I'm
That's
very
great.
intentional about my grandkids. My grandmother baked. My other grandmother cooked. My grandfather was a chef. My grandfather cooked.
Wow.
My grandfather was a hunter. So me and my grandson, we talk about going to the gun range now. He's only 5. Like, you know, my other grandmother, she sewed. I wish I paid more attention to that. So yeah, my grandparents.
Yeah, that is.
Like childhood.
Yeah.
And you know, that actually makes so much sense now that I think about it, because Erica, I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was like way older than me. And you know why? It wasn't, she never looked like it. She was always so much more mature than me. You would hang around the older kids. Like, the reason why, because you hung around like Trina and Tracy and Isha, you know, they were
Older than me.
And I'm just like, how Erica get to hang out with the big folks and we don't?
And we can't.
But she was always so
Mature.
like I would go to her house and play with her dollhouse without her being there.
Yeah.
Play
she's
with
like,
me.
you play with
Right.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going outside my friend.
She wasn't even there. I don't know how I got in the house to go play with her toys.
See, that's what I say. We were just in and out of each
Yeah.
other's
Out of
houses.
each other.
Yeah.
That's crazy when you think about it. I see where that stems from.
Right.
But
And
that's
I
where
Having to
Yeah.
experience so much.
I wish
Yeah.
my son could have that sort of thing where
Mhm.
it was safer back then. Or, I mean, I think so. I mean, I know we had those crazy serial killers back in the day.
We did have like she said, it was a village.
It was
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
it was a
out for
village.
one another.
Right.
I wish my son could just go and
Yes.
go to the neighbor's house and they'll feed him
I
and
know.
he's
Yeah.
not harmed and they're looking, you know, and
Yeah.
that is a beautiful childhood.
Yeah.
And even if it's in the projects, like it's still
A
more than
family.
what
Yeah.
you could ever want out of a childhood.
Yeah.
It's memories that you can't even get just, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to expound on that. So whatever small thing we did
Right.
with what we had, because we didn't have a lot, but whatever small thing we had, we made it seem like a lot. So I'm like, dang, if we could take this and do this on a large
Right.
scale, do you know how many people and children's lives you can affect? Like to give them just a new outlook on.
Yeah.
So it was all of these things were birthed back then because I'm like, I want children to be able to feel safe and good and
Yes.
go to somebody's house and I don't have to worry about whether you're okay or not.
Right.
And now it's so questionable. Family, friends,
You just
pastors,
don't know.
preachers,
You gotta
just
be
don't
safe.
know.
So
People are
safe.
crazy.
Yeah.
Don't know.
And it's like we didn't have that. We didn't have that issue.
Didn't even have to think about it. Yeah.
Right. Especially as an only child.
Yeah.
I know.
My son, like, you know, I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get
Get the other one going.
Because I want these children outside.
Right, exactly. Enjoy life, please.
But when did you first start noticing the effects of substance abuse in your home?
That's deep.
So like I said, 15, I found out. So this timeline, when I graduated from 8th grade, I got pregnant the summer I graduated from 8th grade.
Wow.
So put that in perspective,
Wow.
because when I went to 9th grade, I was already pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I got pregnant at 15. I had my daughter at 16. The day that I came home and told my mom I was pregnant, I was already going to Dunbar, and the free clinic was right out the back from the school. So I went to the free clinic and got a pregnancy test. And it came back positive. I already knew. My daughter's father told me I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So I come home on my mom's birthday, October the 3rd, and told her I was pregnant. And my mom was high. She was like, you blow my high. Now what am I supposed to do?
Oh, wow.
And these timelines, it's crazy because I thought about this the other day. These timelines are stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it is the same day that Magic Johnson announced that he had HIV.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And it was like it just kept playing on the TV over and over and over.
Right.
And over and over.
Serious?
Really?
Because I can remember like watching the TV, like, how am I going to tell this lady this?
Right.
And I would just kept watching that
Right.
over and over and over.
Right. Right.
Wow.
So I realized a little bit before that how bad it really was, because that gut feeling again, like, you know, avoiding certain situations, making things do what it do. If we don't have any food here, I can go over here and eat, or I can go down the street and eat, or I can go to my grandma's house for a week. Nobody don't really know, but they do know. It's like the elephant in the room, but ain't nobody talking about it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't coming to save you, so you figure it out.
Right.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, some of these things are cool, but some of them are not.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to have a whole baby, how is this going to work?
Yeah.
Because I don't want this to be going on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm barely making it, like dragging myself here and there, you know, not doing too much because I don't want to leave my mom either. So it was like then when I realized that, yeah, this can't keep going on.
Yeah. It was that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I have a child that I'm about to bring.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
So, how did that shape your safety, your sense of safety or belonging?
So there's a lot of chatter, of course, being 15 and pregnant. And of course, the elephant in the room that my mom was already using substances. My dad was too, but my dad wasn't as present as my mom was. So, of course, my mom got a lot of the browbeating. But when my dad found out I was pregnant, I don't think our phone was on. He called somebody's phone on the block. I don't know if it was Trina's house or something.
Ain't that something?
And I answered the phone, and he immediately starts going off. And my immediate thought was, you don't even be here.
Right.
Talking about it at this point.
Like, I don't even want to. And then it was, you should get rid of the baby from some people, of course. Then it was, your mom's going to end up raising this baby. You're not going to raise this baby. So all of these things, I'm just taking it in, ingesting it, and figuring out, like, instantly, what am I going to do?
Right.
And I just made the decision at that moment, like, I'm not giving my baby up. I'm gonna raise this baby. And it became and I'm gonna prove the world wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
So a lot of things that I did the way I did so I could prove people wrong.
Yeah.
My grandmother, and I learned this later on in life, that my grandmother had her first child at about 15. Because I think she was pregnant at about 14. And the one person that I was terrified to tell was my grandmother, my mom's mom.
Wow.
And she looked at me and told me, she was like, "Oh, you'll figure it out."
And
once she said that, I was like, "Oh, I
He was
can
like,
do
"Oh, I'm
anything."
really
Yeah.
good."
now I'm
Right.
ready. I got
Right.
it.
Oh, I can do anything. Because I
Right.
thought this lady was gonna
Yeah,
chastise me
upset.
something, but
Right.
she wasn't. She was
Right.
like, "You'll figure it out." And I never knew that she had a child that young.
Wow.
But once she said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I got this."
Yeah.
Oh wow, what age did she have her first child?
She was 15, so she had to been pregnant at like 14.
So she
So it's the
already
same-
went through
yeah.
that kind of situation, so she could walk you through that.
But she didn't tell you though, did
but
she?
I didn't know.
Yeah, she.
I mean,
Oh,
you know,
she
you don't be
didn't
adding
tell-
up
right.
to like
Yeah.
like she 38, so she been older.
Right.
You
Right.
don't
Right.
really
Doing the
think
math.
about that.
Yeah.
I didn't learn till later when I was way older that my grandmother had a child that young.
Okay.
Wow.
Which makes sense why you got the response you got.
Right.
She's like, I
She
figured
was
it
like,
out.
"You
And
got
you
it."
figure it out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
already had that special bond with your grandmother anyway, so it's
Yep.
just like y'all are so similar.
Isn't that something?
Man.
Yeah.
So you already answered this. There were adults and friends who offered comfort and stability for you. Did you find that when you had your child at 16 that there were adults who really helped out, or was it more so of like you had to figure it out on your own?
It was like nobody talked about it. But once I started noticing that something wasn't right, I was waiting for an adult to come to me and say, "Well, we know this is going on, so we're going to help you."
Right.
That never happened. So now, in talking about this and creating my organization, I realized that talking about it ruffles people's feathers, something terrible, because it makes them think about what their position was and how they played it. And most of the times they don't like how they look
Exactly.
when you start telling the truth about it all. Because again, I was a child trying to figure it out. You were adult that are you already knew.
Right.
So the only time that any urgency came about was one time my mother overdosed and she went to treatment. She had gone a few times. My grandmother came and then my aunts came. But now that I look at it, it just was a response to what was already going on and you already knew. So you just left me until something happened that made you have to step in. And then it became more of a Captain Save-A-Hole.
Right.
Like, I'm saving you, so you should act like this.
Right.
But
Right.
like Rabia mentioned, I was already way mature because I was parenting my parents.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And myself.
Yep.
In secrecy. Because I dare not tell nobody too much because I was too scared that they were going to take me away versus just trying to figure out how to help.
How to help.
That would be the
Right.
first thing to
Yeah.
think about.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's
So
Tough.
a lot of times it became, I came in and saved you and this is how you act. But at your house, you feel like it's safe enough for you to let your guard down, right? Like you safe here. You don't have to worry about none of that here.
Right.
Even though you ain't had a conversation with me, but I'm just supposed to know that you're safe here, so you don't have to do all of these things.
Right.
Yeah, don't work like
But my brain doesn't work like that.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
can't be an adult on Shell Banks and then not have to be an adult here
Yeah.
and everything is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like
Right.
that. So I
Right.
was labeled a lot. I was labeled as bad or grown or too smart or defiant.
Right.
When now I realize it was hyper independence and I was in survival mode.
You just needed somebody to help you and remind you that you are a kid and that everything's going to be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what the sad thing about it all, though, when you even think about that, even like think about when you were younger, they didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time. Like, did they really know anything? They just knew what somebody did to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just taught things from ancestors and keep on going.
Yeah.
That's just, like you said, prime example. I had to go to church. I didn't know why I was going to
Why?
church. Nobody told me anything.
Right.
It's just that's what you do.
Yep.
Right.
And so they didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad that you didn't know either, but you still became an adult and you figured it out.
Right.
And you didn't turn your back on yourself nor your child.
Yeah.
So that's deep.
It was. I told it was that whatever that feeling was in my gut that said you don't have to stay here.
Right.
Like whatever this is, you don't have to stay here. No, you don't have all the answers today. And I also realized in creating all of this that, like you said, because either nobody gave them an answer, nobody saved them from some of the similar things that I experienced, because there was alcoholism in my mom's childhood. So, them as children not being able to speak up for themselves back then and get what they needed, you won't understand why I won't just let this be.
Yeah.
Let this be quiet. Okay, it's over with. That was in the past.
Yes.
Let's move on from here. Because when I first started talking about it, it was, why she feel like she need to keep telling your story is what was told to my mother.
Oh, this is your story.
And my mother was like, well, I dragged her into this, so this is part of her story too.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, well, if nobody ever told you that your story mattered when you were going through what you were going through, then I don't expect you to understand why for me. But what I do wish for you is that whatever part of your inner childhood is not healed, that you give it a voice now.
Yeah.
Yes. That part, exactly.
And you already, this is my last thing. I can pass it over, but you actually already spoke about this. Was there ever a moment when you said to yourself, something has to change and I can't let this define me? You spoke on that, but was there a defining moment where it was like an event, or was it just a feeling like, I need to make the change? Even if that was more in your adult years when you created the soap.
It was several events, because I actually created the soap when I was about 15 or 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
In my mind, I had already created something.
Look at that.
So, like, my best friend's house, he was my boyfriend at 12, right? But his family became a safe haven for me, because I felt so comfortable at their house that I wrote his mom a letter and just explained to her like what I was going through.
Wow.
And I told him beforehand, of course he knew. So I told him beforehand, I was like, I'm just going to tell your mom like what goes on a little bit. And I wrote a letter and gave it to her. And then like she always made sure I had food, or he always drove to school. So picked us up from school, or we did things like took us to the movies. And it wasn't, people didn't understand, and I was literally almost forced to not be allowed to go to his house, because the only thing people saw was he was my boyfriend.
Right.
So they thought, again, back to that being grown, being mature, and
always at his house.
that was right. And literally,
wow,
one of my family members went to his mom and told his mom to tell me that I couldn't come over anymore.
Oh man.
And
that had to be tough.
That was a safe place for you, yeah.
It was.
Right.
But that gut intuition feeling, I wrote the letter to her before.
Yeah.
So when the family member came to her and said that, she was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like, she looking at her like, what, you don't know what's going on?
Yeah.
What? So she's such a sweet lady. Like, it was no argument or nothing, but she just told her like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to always make sure that this child is okay.
Yes.
And when I lost my best friend, I called her, you know, just to see how she was and check on her. And she was like, you know what? He always loved you. And I was like, well, yeah, that's what he said. And he did. Like, he always took care of me. I talked to him about things because I didn't have to give him the pre-set up because he's been there since I was a little girl. So he knows some of the reason why these things.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a one thing. It was the combination of sometimes because nobody acted and sometimes because people overreacted or sometimes because I just felt like whatever the traditional thing wasn't enough for me.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God.
It's
beautiful.
something else.
Wow.
Listen, you got me.
That
over
is
here.
powerful.
I mean, because it's like so many questions that I wanted to even just ask because I know none of this stuff.
Wow.
I didn't even know you was pregnant at 15, 14. But mommy passed away when we were, what, 12?
Yeah.
I think we were 12 or 11, I think. We were
So
very
you were
young.
in your own grieving process.
Yeah.
as
And
that
we had
was
to
going
move.
on.
Like, we moved from there.
Yeah.
So I had none of this, no clue.
Wow.
Wow.
That is so crazy. And that's probably the last time I ever seen Erica when we left Cherry Hill.
Wow.
Yeah, like you said, we social media.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is a
oh,
full
look at
circle.
Erica, she doing
Yes.
that. It really is.
Full circle moment.
It really is, and we do a lot of the same thing, just helping people because that's what we were taught from
Yeah.
our mama. I tell you that. She was teaching everybody from Miss Paulette kids, Vaughn Kia, oh my God, Tracy
and Cece, yup.
Don telling them down the street. It was all
of them nuggets that you take with you throughout your life.
Yes.
And then you just be like, yeah, it really does matter. What you do matters.
Yeah.
Even if you never hear somebody say it, we repeat patterns.
Yes, we do.
Good or bad.
Yes, we do.
So you have to be intentional about what you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I love that you say that. I want to ask you, even like looking back, you know, at your childhood, do you see yourself? What would you say to your? I'm sorry. Let me just get straight because I'm like I have like 3 questions in one, but I'm going to read from the card. Looking back, how do you see your younger self now? When you look back now, how do you see yourself?
I'll be trying to figure out how in the hell I survived.
Yeah.
I mean, I have moments in my life, memories in my life that were really good. Like, I've been to Disney World like 3 times as a kid.
That is so good.
My godmother was really, really great. Oh my God, my godmother and her family were really great.
Wow. So nice.
My grandparents, I'm not saying that any of these people was perfect because we all got our flaws.
Right.
But they were great. My mom was great. My mom was really resilient. When I think now, like how she managed things and it didn't go belly up worse than it did.
Yeah.
It's really, she was really resilient.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, my dad, I realize now that he did the best he could with what he had too.
Yeah.
So, like when you're older, you give grace because you know better. You become a parent, so you like, yeah, that was hard as I don't know.
Right.
What.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just I done forgot what the question was.
No, you actually
You answered it.
like it was hard.
Yeah.
Looking back
I
at
see
it.
how I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you could hug that version of you, what would you say to her?
Mm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is-
Good job, I guess. Because I could have turned out so much worse.
Yeah.
Like all of these things that people be saying that they don't really know about me. I'm like, I think I did pretty darn good I took a little bit of the good and the bad and I did the best I could with it. And I could have ran with all the bad parts.
Yeah.
You could.
And became horrible.
Yeah.
You could have.
And thank me for not showing up to all these battles sober.
Yes, you are so right about that. That is, yes. Because you couldn't.
I rarely drink and I don't do drugs.
That's so beautiful.
I tell, even I had a work injury and I hurt myself, and that's all they kept trying to do was give me Percocet, and I would refuse them.
Now that you are a nana, or what you call yourself,
Mhm.
nana, grandma,
I'm a
Gma.
I'm a Grammy.
You're a
Grammy.
So
Mhm.
Nana Grammy, because when you are a grandma, life itself, everything is different,
Mhm.
and because we were told back then, or even shown back then, like listen to what you're being told.
Mhm.
Do you find yourself just giving them that voice because you are, just like what you say matter, and it's a beautiful thing, right?
Mhm. I told you. So those traditions that you followed, that you just
Yeah.
felt like this ain't right.
Yeah.
Now why? Yeah.
Yep.
Create
So
your
my
own.
grandson, I was in the shower. No, he was in the shower, and I was at the sink brushing my teeth. And I'm like, hurry up, or something I said to him. And he was like, all right, girl.
Okay.
And I started laughing.
Right.
And my aunt was like, Erica gonna kill him for calling her a girl. I was like, I mean, well, to him, I am a girl.
Right. He
I
don't
was like,
know.
you're either a boy or
Or
a
a
girl.
girl.
Like, when you start like, oh, well, I'm a lady and this is a man. And I was like, I'm a girl.
Right.
Right.
I was
like
like,
that you
so
said that.
Yeah.
it's like we're majoring in minor things. Like, he's still learning the world.
Right.
And I have to make sure that he's learning a world in a way that he feels okay to use his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you jump down his throat about every little thing, he's not going to feel empowered enough to use his voice.
Right.
Yep.
I was like, and ask questions. It's okay for him to ask why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay for him to say no.
Yes.
Right.
It
Like,
is.
I don't want to go to so
okay.
and
Oh
so, and I'm
my
like, he doesn't have to
gosh.
go.
Right.
He's a little human.
Yeah,
Right. And he has his
Let him
own
find his
right.
own mind and person and voice,
Mhm.
and I love that.
You have
Yeah.
to,
I
because
love
my
that.
grandson called me bruh. And he-
Yes.
Come on, bruh.
Bruh.
And we be laughing with each other. And he 8 years old. He's a funny. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Yeah, bruh. Like, bruh.
That's his word.
That's his word right now.
Oh
Right,
my
girl.
God.
That is his whole word. And I'm
And
like,
then if you jump down his throat about that, like,
Yeah.
you just you control that creativity.
and I don't like to
And
ever.
you can teach respect without taking away
Mhm.
who they really are.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
I mean, just a natural jokester. So
And-
if he's
right.
gonna be a jokester, and you every time he feels like he's saying something funny or doing
He not
something
gonna
funny,
You shut
and
it
he's not gonna
down.
do right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, y'all. All right. So we are going to pause on part 1 of this episode. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please join us next week with Erica Hamlett. And we're going to get more into the S.O.A.P, the ins and outs of her business and organization. So yes, we will see you next time.
See you next
time.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and follow us on all social media platforms.